Hey, Lounge Lizards. Welcome to another episode of Legions Lounge, episode 67, where we talk about all things Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, Figura Obscura, customs, and other Mythic-related action figures and stuff. Mythic adjacent, you might say. We are your hosts. My name is Trevor, 16shooter on Instagram. My co-host, not my co-host.
Coasts.
We're talking about the coast, so
we were just slip right there. That's funny.
It came right to the forefront. My co-hosts they're not on the different coasts. That would have worked out really well. But Nate Strong is on the northern coast, probably. I don't know.
I'm in between the Great Lake coasts.
There you go. Close enough to the Great Lakes. Corona4 on Instagram, and Bill Jernowski, who is on a coast, the East Coast, like me, but like near the water. From the Dork Lair, boys, how are you?
Good.
Good.
Bill's got a snow day tomorrow. Exciting.
I do. It's like a Friday all over again.
Isn't that great?
Nice.
Would have been nice yesterday, that day after Super Bowl would have been a good day for a day
right?
off.
Yeah, my wife was under the impression that like today was President's Day, and all weekend we were like, "Oh, it's President's Day Monday." That's perfect. Why don't they do President's Day after Super Bowl? Because did they move the Super Bowl back one more week this week? Or they've been doing it that long, right? Or was it?
They've been extending the season. They've been extending the season. I feel like it's.
Well, I know the season got extended, but I think they usually did it the first week in February. Now they moved it back to the second week in February or something like that. I don't know, the second Sunday or something. But man, put it before President's Day, man. Let's work that out governmentally. Right? You know what I mean? Like
there was
how great would that be?
We used to have a holiday. It's still a holiday in Boston. It's really funny. It's called Evacuation Day. And it is the day the British were booted out of Boston.
Okay.
But it really was celebrated because it's on the same day as St. Patrick's Day. And so it was like the Boston Irish political thing where it was like this holiday because of that. We used to get that day off in Revere in the town I work in. We don't anymore. But yeah, it was a holiday. So St. Patty's Day used to be a holiday, like a day off holiday for me.
I can see that there, yeah. And just a day to recognize their hatred of the British. Is that like government sanctioned hatred of the British?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That goes well with Irish.
Speaking of the British, shout out to the Euro Legions boys.
Shout out.
New episode out. It's very good. It's going to kind of play into tonight's episode too. I kind of did like play off their last episodes in which they were kind of talking about what comes next. And we're going to be opening up the rest of Poxxus that wasn't in the last time and taking a look at those. But while we do that, I want to just get a dialogue going with people in the chat as to what we think is going to come next. Not necessarily the all-in waves or the all-star waves or anything like that, but after that, what do we think is going to happen thematically? What kind of waves are going to come out now? Are we going to still see faction versus faction, or are they going to take a turn on that and do something else? And again, I don't ask a lot of questions sometimes too far in advance because I want to do this. I don't want to sit back and just be quiet about it. So I really don't know. Before we get started and see who's in the chat, take a second, hit that like button. It helps people know that. Let us know. Let's people. My words are bad tonight. Lets people know that we're on and this is happening. And also after the show, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think is going to be happening, what you'd like to see in terms of waves going forward, or characters that you'd like to see version 2s of, things like that. Would you like to see a new faction? What would that faction be? Nate, who we got in the chat, buddy?
Who do we got? I'm going all the way up to the top, and starting out is Cloud Foxwell. What's up, Cloud? Rob Zamora. Hey, the best part of Monday evening is right here. Thanks, Rob. Dave Orkin. Hey.
Here's Rob.
Blake is agreeing. Great way to finish my busy Monday. It does make Mondays a lot more palatable, doesn't it? Knowing we get to hang out like this.
It does. Sure. It does.
Let's see.
As long as it's not a crazy Monday.
Yeah. Mecha King Castle Sieger, David Smith, Andy the Collector, Jeremy Govier, Josh J, Joe Gonzalez, Patrick Boyle,
Joe,
David Williams, Insightful Imagery. What's up, David? Mike? Hank, Tom Clayton,
Mike?
Carver Customs. I see people are getting their They're lit up staffs that he made. Those look really cool.
Yeah, those look awesome.
I didn't jump in this initial wave, so I really am hoping he's going to make more.
Yeah, I am really bad at jumping on stuff that, like, I see stuff, I'll bookmark it, I'll save it, and I don't know, that got so much else going on that I'm like, oh, did I order that thing? And it's not just like the custom stuff in the Cabal. It's like major, you know, products that are coming out that I forget.
Yeah, until they show up on your doorstep and you're like, oh yeah.
Or well, if I remember to order them, that's the problem. Yeah.
Well, that too.
It's probably best that I forget because I have too much coming that I remembered to order. So anyway, I do have to get.
Anyway, let's see who's up next. Seth Griffith, Skelesoria, Thomas Belay, Steph Orc. What's up, Steph? Game Quest, Big Greg. I am TJ Williams. The Rabbit's Den Collectibles, Legend Collectors 1321, Hank, Slap Happy Toys, Cyberrat 629, Jonathan Rodriguez, Literally Action Figs, Nolan Collects. What's up, Nolan?
Hey,
go
what's up,
figure,
Nolan?
go. What's up, Miguel? Christopher Collier. I don't know. Did I say him yet? Kevin McCoy, Motu Guru, Tanya McCoy, Toy Visuals, Mr. Curtis Ackerman, and back to Cloud. Thank you, everybody, for joining.
Yeah, thanks for joining us tonight. We're gonna do some giveaways, some good giveaways tonight, some Poxxus giveaways. So stick around. We got some super chat superstars. I haven't done this in a while, so I definitely want to get this out here. This is going back all the way to the beginning of January. Kevin Boots, Curtis Ackerman, Rob Mora, Jurassic Jesse, the Purple Gang Gang, Mike L, Hedgehog Action, Recon Rage, Stefan Delatour. Well, I hope you'll be seeing it ZoloCon very soon. Van Johnson and Noir Kaiser Effects. Thank you very much, everybody. That the reason you do that. It's the reason we can do these giveaways, and it doesn't cost a little money to run this stuff too. So we appreciate all the super chats for sure. Something in there that I wanted to bring. Oh, Van Johnson. Is Van here? Van's not here.
I did not see Van.
All right. I finally know what bourbon I was drinking that night that he wanted. He's been asking me every time I'm in his chat or somewhere else what bourbon it was. But when he comes on, I'll bring it up.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
Did you guys watch the game last night? I'm assuming you did.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a good game.
Yeah, it was. I mean, not often you get a Super Bowl that's tight like that, especially what they say it's only the second overtime they've had in, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah, it was
the second or third or something like that. It's
because it was pretty fast. Despite the overtime, it went fast.
Yeah, but it rarely goes. I mean, it's Super Bowls.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I remember, they're oftentimes a blowout, so it's good to see a good game like that.
Yep.
There's been a couple of good ones in the last couple of years now.
Yeah.
I haven't really cared. Didn't really have a dog in the hunt, but it's teams that I really care for, like the 49ers or
usually I'll have some squares going or something just so it keeps you really interested. But this year I had nothing, man. So it was still an entertaining game.
As somebody who was spoiled for 2 decades essentially up here in Boston, the Pats were in a ton of Super Bowls and they lost a ton of Super Bowls too. Like it was a lot of Super Bowls, and it's amazing and it's fun when your team is in there. There is a certain stress level that comes along with having your team in there, and there's a certain amount of things you miss when your team's in, because you're always running to grab some food or do something, get the kit to bed, or do things during the commercials and during those entertainment times, right? So there's you kind of miss a lot of the craziness of the Super Bowl when your team's in it. So sometimes it's kind of fun, it's fun to watch it when your team's not in it like that, because you get to see sort of everything, and you don't mind if you miss a couple plays or whatever. It's less stressful.
Exactly.
I gotta say, as soon as I went in on the 49ers and my brother-in-law's team, I don't like 49ers because they beat the Cowboys way too many times. But that's my brother-in-law's team, so I picked them, and I was kind of no offense to any Kansas City fans, but I was a little tired of Kansas City. So I just went with them, and I don't know, I was worked up enough on that last that last overtime quarter. That I told my wife, I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of glad the Cowboys aren't in the Super Bowl because I don't need the stress, man.
Right? Yeah. Blood pressure can't take it.
It's bad now. Like I get way too worked up on this stuff. I don't know why. It means nothing to my life. But,
I know, right?
But cool trick play equals fun football. Absolutely.
Those are fun. That's why I the Lions, they pulled off quite a few this season. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. That's the kind of stuff you got to do too, man. And I was surprised that there wasn't more of that in the last quarter, the last regular quarter. I don't know. It seemed very conservative, and I thought they'd go a little more nuts. Even Kansas City, I just thought they'd push it a little further.
Yeah.
Hank says, I need to get a Calazir gin after watching Bill and D Amazing's reviews. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great review so far.
That's the first one we're going to take a look at tonight. So, because I did not have him in, I opened him. I couldn't wait. He just looked really cool. I was also influenced by Bill's review, looking at those and all the pictures that I saw before I had opened them. I'm like, I can't wait till Monday. Stuff in like Wednesday, and I'm like, I can't wait. I gotta open up something.
Good.
Yeah. Deadpool 3 trailer. Wicked looked pretty good.
Deadpool and Planet of the Apes. What is it? Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes. I cannot wait for that.
That looks badass.
That's my most. Deadpool 3 is going to be great. I hope we'll see what they do. It's going to be interesting to see what they do, but I cannot wait.
Yeah, I love it. What was the line he has in the trailer about? Was it pegging? And that's a first for Disney.
That's great.
Yeah, there was a lot of that self-awareness going on.
Good, man.
For sure.
Ish is with us. What's up, Ish? And Greg's joining.
Nice,
people.
Ish. Hey, how's it going? There's Greg. What's going on? Saw a bit of the Usher concert at the Swiss boyfriend show. I was a little tired of the cutaways as well after a while, but whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
There's always cutaways. It's just there's always family they're cutting away to that. It just happens to be Taylor Swift right now.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah, Apes baby for sure. Okay, that out of the way, we got some art. We're going back to Legions Lounge art. So now, what we're doing for now, I've got to set up this page on Instagram, but I just haven't had a chance to. And I don't want it to just be a blank page either. So I want to be able to have some stuff to put up there. So I'm just trying to think of the easiest way to do this without impacting all our lives here. But we do have some stuff to. We did go through. All of us picked some stuff that we had seen, whether it was on Instagram or Facebook and Ball or whatever. And so let's just take a look at a few of these things that we've seen that really kind of stood out to us. I think this was yours, Nate, right? This was your pick.
It was, yeah. I mean, this is Mark, Mr. C 50/50. It's not his first giant dial he's made, but every time I see him, they freaking blow my mind. He's an incredible dial maker, and look at the size of this thing.
Massive.
I have no room for it, but I would kill to have this to play with and shoot with, man. Yeah, it's amazing. He's just does outstanding work.
Yeah, this is huge. Yeah.
Today I learned that it's Mr. C, not Mistack.
Mistack.
I knew that.
That's in my head. That's what it's been this whole time.
I started calling him, and then I saw him on Jesse's and Curtis's show, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's where I learned it as well.
Yeah, and it's Mark, so yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Speaking of Jesse and Curtis show, we got a quick $4.99 super chat from Curtis. Cheap plug for my favorite, I'm guessing, YouTube show, Trevor's Photobomb. If you love toys and aren't watching, you are missing out.
Well, thank you, Curtis.
It's an awesome.
I appreciate that. It's been doing really well. It's been doing pretty good. For something, it goes. We went a little long. Last month was great, or last week or last month was a great show with Mark Kaiser effects.
Really, yeah, so
always
cool.
Good stuff, man. There's incredible stuff out there, and it's fun to talk. Just talk like, what makes it so great. You know what I mean? And just it's all happiness and light.
Right. And speaking of plugging shows and what makes it so great, Bill's Toy Tubers with Dan Larson.
Yeah, that's
episode
a great
1.
episode, man.
If you guys haven't seen that, you got to tune into that. It's fantastic. Bill does an awesome job interviewing, and Dan is just a pleasure to listen to. So it's a great show.
Such a great radio
awesome
voice.
Yeah, he was like so easy to talk to and interview, and just it was really nice.
It's awesome.
Nice guy. Who you got coming up next?
Tomorrow night, we've got Nolan Collects. We got Nolan Lariosa,
who
I think is in the chat right now.
Awesome.
So that'll go up tomorrow, 5 p.m.
Very cool.
Another
Love
awesome
Nolan.
interview. Yeah.
Love Nolan. Hope he's coming to MesquiCon, I believe he is, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah?
Look forward to seeing him. He did last year, so I'm assuming he is this year again.
Awesome.
Nolan, shout it out if you are, if we're going to see you there.
There you go. There's the gang.
So the gang is I think that's Van running that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it's Van or not Jordan? Okay.
Well, Jordan's Wholesome Store.
Wholesome World.
Yeah, duh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Van, just to catch you up, that bourbon was Great Jones. It's a New York distillery. So I don't know if it's something you've heard about before, but it was good. Not great, but good. All right, yeah. So that was our first one. Awesome, amazing work here. I cannot wait to see this thing finished and painted, man. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
Did he say if he's doing this for somebody, or is it just because the last one he was doing? Was he just doing it for himself and he sold it, or he was doing it for somebody else? I don't remember.
I want to say he does them for others, and I haven't. I really, to be honest, don't know about this one for sure. But yeah, I can't wait to see. I mean, he adds so many cool details, and it's amazing as of now.
Epic
it's going to be incredible.
Yeah, that's true scale to like Legions too, right? It's like just a little bit bigger than you'd think like a 6-inch, one scale would be. It's like it's more fit to Legions, which is great. I think this was your pick, Bill. This is Fake Guys 2.
Yep.
David. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, David. I love this one.
That's funny. I mean, what purpose for this character, and how great are these colors with the rest of these characters, right?
Yeah, they match perfect. That's fun. A lot of fun.
He's a great follow. He just does stuff like this all the time. Really, just goofy, fun, playing with toys.
Nice.
And guys, now that we're here again, clear this up for me, because for some reason off the top of my head, I can't recall the difference between a crossover and a mashup.
Well, I mean, I don't know
if there is one.
Technically, I would say, like, if you want to, I guess a crossover would be somebody's kind of infiltrating another universe, like it would be like Deadpool in Star Wars or something. And a mashup, I guess you'd put a couple of characters together in sort of a
samurai
setting or something. Yeah, an incongruent setting.
Okay,
like,
all right.
That doesn't it's like Han Solo and I don't know, Captain America in a deli or something, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. I buy that. That makes sense.
One of these days I want to do like toy photography improv. I've been thinking about this for years. Just like give me a situation, give me 2 characters, and we'll do it as a contest. I might do it on the Toy Photo Bomb, something like that.
That'd be fun. That'd be a blast. Yeah. All right. So this is a crossover, right?
I would say this is a crossover. Yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
But it works. I mean, he's kind of a stand-in for the genie, but he's just a very scary version of the genie.
Yeah, Cyberrat 629 crossover. Cool. All right, move on.
Robert Esposito. This was
I threw this up there. That head sculpt is insane, and the paint job on it. I mean, the exposed brain and the teeth. It's freaking wicked, man. Love it.
That's incredible. These teeth are fantastic.
Man. Yeah, the eyes. Look at the eyes, man.
That's creepy as hell.
Incredible.
Really creepy.
Super
Who sculpted that? I've never seen that sculpt before.
I don't even. I don't know if you put it in the comments or not. But
if anybody knows, let us know in the chat.
Yeah.
Hey, Jax, what's up? Jax was on Photo Bomb, last month's Toy Photo Bomb. Fantastic stuff. And Jax just did if you watched the Super Bowl and you saw the Arnold, the State Farm commercials, Jax did a parallel campaign with action figures for that. So
So good, man. It was awesome, Jax. Such great work.
Figure and put it in some of the Dio CDS, different situations.
Oh yeah, I saw
totally
that.
great.
Right.
Yeah, it's really good.
Euler. Is it Jordan? Is Euler Jordan too?
Yeah.
Yeah. He commented like, "Oh, he burned down my Dio." Good stuff, Jax.
Good stuff. Okay, next up we got Nolan.
Speaking of Nolan,
there you go.
This one I wanted to include just because it's topical, right? Like this is a great look at all the sort of green, all the orcs, together, so that you can really get the scale of the new brute scale orc right here.
Yeah, look at him. That's awesome.
This is the kind of thing I think. I mean, Jeremy and I have like talked around this, and I know he'll do it like post, like digitally, after the shots are taken and stuff. But I still think like if we don't do a group shot, like we did that with Poxxus, but that was only because we didn't have time for anything else for Poxxus returns. We didn't have time to do all the nice, sexy environment shots. But it would be good to have like, especially with new figures, just to have like sort of a lineup to see how some of this stuff like stacks up with other things.
Mm-hmm.
When you get it, especially with the brute scale, it's a new scale, so this is great to see. Yeah, this is
super cool. It looks like I'm guessing a Skelesauria, Alex's head up on the orc.
On the ogre,
or the ogre. I mean, yeah. And man, it just makes me want to get Queen Urxa even more. I still gotta track her down one of these days.
This makes me want to really focus on an orcs and goblins and ogre, like a green guy's shelf, you know?
Yeah. I mean, just my Arethyr shelf is mainly green guys. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of custom orcs and stuff too. So the next one up, I think was, I don't know why I don't have any. You know, I'm gonna push one of mine forward a little bit because of our patron Curtis. I'm gonna push this up.
Things are wild, man.
This is nuts, and I guess it's currently the Purple Gang figure of the year so far.
It's their mascot.
Basically, their mascot. It looks like it would fit right in with the rest.
It's crazy.
So, this is nuts, man. I saw this sculpt at it's a Wolf King sculpt, I think, and I saw it at New Jersey Toy Con. I very nearly picked it up. If I didn't have like a million other things to paint, I would have like picked it up. But man, it's cool, and he did a great job with this. It looks really good.
And that looks like Stefan Delatour arm cannon thing.
Oh yeah. I think that's one of Steph's cannons. Look at that. That's nuts.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I've got a couple of those. I got to work in soon.
Standing up with that thing on.
This is a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean,
this is a lot to paint. Like this is a lot of stuff.
Yeah, to have to envision this like in your mind, like, dude, it's insane.
Yeah. I mean, all the colors, man, and the colors work really well together, and I love the green and the purple. But there's a lot of times when I'm looking at a blank canvas of some of the 3D stuff that I got that I sit down and I go, okay, let's go, and then I go, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. It is kind of good if you can just take it into Photoshop, I suppose, and like kind of work it out. But like that kind of time, unfortunately.
Yeah, Jordan saying Curtis won the Purple Gang Custom of the Year already in February.
Oh, for February, okay.
Yeah, look at it. Curtis said it took him 5
already
years.
In February. Okay,
I believe it, man.
Man. It's crazy. This is a massive amount of work, and I know he's not airbrushing this or anything like that because he feels that's illegal. So.
Right.
But excellent job, Curtis.
Sure is pretty.
Next up is our friend Greg, who is also in the chat, I believe. Tora Nerd.
Yeah, I had to pick this one. Just the setup alone blew my mind. I mean, if you look closely, you can see there's a couple mythics down underneath like a layer of swamp there, the foggy water.
Yep.
We've got our Lord
cool,
of the Rings characters. Yeah. So the next picture kind of shows how we layered them up. They were like
nice,
like container lids that he stacked up. I just thought it was really super genius.
Yeah, a little fog
setup.
over the top of that, and it really gives you that impression, right? It's really
really clever.
moss and stuff in there. Yeah, he's been doing great stuff. He's making me want to get this is a beautiful figure or big beautiful shot too.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Shots, they look like they've gotten better since the first few, I guess.
Yeah.
But I know I still care. But they look cool. He's doing a great job with them. They look really good.
Yep, great job, Greg.
Next up is our man Michael Xavier. This is gorgeous, man. I'm glad you picked this one because I would have didn't.
Yeah, again, keeping with the theme of the brute scale, which we didn't have last time, and just trying to showcase some of the great shots of Tharnog. This is fantastic.
Yeah, I just love the bleed. I love the white. You know, the hot light. It looks really, really good. It's rarely do you see like a white frame. I mean, you can do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like a vignette, but it's a white vignette. It looks nice. I mean, it's cool. It's like the fog is coming in. It's obviously a snowy environment. So
yep.
Yeah, Michael does. He's got a totally really unique style. I think he does a lot. I think all of it's practical, and he takes pieces of, I don't know, cellophane or whatever, and he sticks them in front of the lens a little bit, and he gets, like you said, that light or color bleed in there, and it really adds a neat effect.
Yeah, he's very ACBA compliant. Compliant is the wrong word, but like he sticks to that practical.
Yeah,
faithful.
Really cool.
Faithful, yes, he's faithful to the ACBA.
Yes.
Awesome stuff, man. And he's just a nice, great guy too. And he looks like Zendy.
Yep, he does.
That's even better.
He definitely does.
Pictures of somebody painted up. Who painted that up? Was that Joe Russo?
Yeah, I think it was Joe. Yeah.
Yeah, he painted up Zendaya to look like Michael, and damn if that doesn't look like Michael.
Yep.
Amazing. Let's see if we can dig that up. Next one is another one of yours, Nate. I only had like 3. You guys were nuts. This is incredible.
Isn't this amazing? Oh my gosh. Arthos, who was just on Shooting the Shelf on Sunday.
Yep.
This, I mean, just the details in this are mind-blowing. I mean, the sculpt itself is incredible, but to be able to paint like that,
yeah,
the
details are just nuts, man. Like,
yeah, they're insane.
Here around the mouth, it's crazy, man. That makes me. It's hard to do that, man. It's really hard to do that. You have to know the right way to layer things, and even then, you really got to be clean about it because you know, at some point, you can't make a mistake.
Yeah.
What I loved about watching him though on Shooting the Shelf was that he kind of embraces the mistakes and he makes things out of them. One when he was painting an eye and he said he sneezed. Right?
Yeah.
Created a line underneath the eye and he's like, okay, I'm gonna go with that. And he made
love it.
Eye, and it looked great. It looked like it was a character.
Yeah, he does incredible work. I mean, I know they talked a lot about it on Sunday, but his table at Legions Con was phenomenal. Looking forward to see what he brings this year. He said he's already planning a theme, I believe. So yeah, great guy.
Get one of those
super fun
vampires, the translucent vampire heads that he does because he paints the brain on the inside of plastic.
Yeah,
really cool. I didn't see that. I don't know. I guess he had them there last year. Either they were gone by the time I got over there, or what? I'm not sure.
I caught them. I was over there pretty early. Those were
one of my pieces I picked up from him this year.
Oh yeah, Curtis had one of those too. Let's see, he showed that one, I think.
Yeah, so good.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Arthur. Sorry, not Arthur. All right, my pick. This might be my last pick. Oh, no, I got one more. I don't know why I didn't mix them up. Whatever. Our man, Ryan,
that's awesome, man.
Doing it with Arzac. Really, really cool shot, man. I love this. I love the framing around the head with this fire back here. Love the depth, smoke, composition. Really, really nice. This is awesome.
He nailed this. It's awesome work.
Yep.
I was telling him that this looks like a book cover, like a sword and sorcery.
Does, man. It totally could be a D&D cover. Absolutely, man.
This guy lends himself. Arzac lends himself to like an old school D&D looking character. Obviously, he kind of is taken a little bit from that, but Man, this is a great shot. Just
Yeah,
even
that
purple
composition's awesome. I love the little tilt so the staff's going up to that right or left corner.
Yep.
And all of those lightning pieces are
I don't like it.
nicely lit. Like that red is popping.
Yeah.
It looks like he's got light behind there and it's hitting it nicely. I don't know if you went down and like light painted it or anything, but man, it worked out really, really well. And I think keeping this out of focus makes it even look more like an effect.
Yeah. Yeah, it almost looks like it's rotating, right?
Yeah. It's got like kind of
spinning out of. Yeah, so cool.
Could they spin around the arms? They probably do. Probably not well. That's an interesting idea. Little long exposure and just go in there and like
spin it
for sure.
I see CJ is with us. What's up, CJ?
Hey, what's up, CJ? CJ just did a great video on his channel showing you how to put on the, I think it was Zendaya too, right? Was it Zendaya or no, Samir?
Samir, and he really did a lot with the hood. Yeah, it was a great watch.
There was stuff that like just like poking inside the hood once you've got it nicely shaped, just to try and get it over the shoulders. I like that tip a lot.
New trick for me. That was awesome.
So go check out CJ's channel. That was really, really good. Yes, great shot. We're gonna get to a couple of announcements here too in a minute. We're gonna go a little faster here. Okay, one more. And Bill, you and I both picked this one. Tom, let me keep his name up here. Tom Cole's. Holy crap! I am so jealous of this collection, man.
Incredible.
This is focus and dedication right here.
Yeah. I've got a Fury Clan collection and a few customs that I've done and customs that I bought from other people, but I think these are all his stuff. I love going with the yellow. I kind of wish I went with the yellow now. And I love
so unique
making these cosmic, man. And it's awesome. I really, really love this idea. I don't know if the Horsemen were going to try and integrate something like this and use, cross over some of these heads. Some of these heads are not Horseman heads, obviously, but they look really good. They look really good.
Just a badass, group of space orcs. Yeah, I love the patch on the eye, and there's so many details. You just keep staring at this and picking out little things.
Like looking at all the weapons, and they're like cut together. Like the rifle on the left, that's like it's like the cosmic rifle with the trident on it, and then the one all the way on the right with the arm piece, cutting that blade off of that like elven double-bladed sword thing, and then putting it on the arm. Like all those little things are brilliant.
It's got like a bayonet on this one, I think. That's really cool.
Yep.
Man, it's really, really nice. This is it fits the aesthetic so well too, right? This is totally a group of characters that you'd see in like an 80s, 90s sci-fi film, man.
Yeah.
And it's just having a vision and executing it well.
Mm-hmm.
My only question is how much you want for him, Tom? Come on.
Just the green loincloths too. Like I wouldn't have thought, like if you saw this whole thing without those and someone said, add some green loincloths to some of these, I've been like, I don't know about that. But now you see them on there, be like, damn, heck yeah.
Great stuff. Love this.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. I'd like to buy a couple of these.
Sweet.
All right. What do you say we start out? We're going to talk a little bit about news here, really quickly, because I do want to get to the openings, and I'll start opening something while we're doing this. But jump into hey, what's up? No chewing. Jump into a giveaway while we're talking about the news. So let me throw this down instead, and let's do Zendaya for a Zendaya, which kind of makes sense, right? I love this guy, man. He has become one of my favorites. I wasn't sure he was going to be. A lot of people said the colors threw him off and stuff like that, but he looks great, all put together with the cloak and everything. Really, really love this figure. So, #Zendaya. We are looking now, and that'll be the first of two that we'll do tonight. In the meantime, while you guys are putting that stuff in, let's jump over to some news. Look at this. Well, first of all, Poxxus All-ins are shipping. We know that because we've seen people getting them.
Yep.
I got mine.
I know, Nate, you're going through a retailer up there.
Yep. So I got a few more days. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, beyond that, we've got the skate decks are going to be in the February install, along with all the other stuff that they've announced that we'll take a look at too. But the new Alithia board, which they did have at what's the last con? MegaCon. They had them at MegaCon, I think. And I think they actually had a couple of them at the ToyCon New Jersey last time in there. I don't know how I missed it because I really get one. As well as a Monkey King, which is really cool too.
I'll be getting the Monkey King one. I'll be ordering that. So I have the Arethyr. So I have the straight board, the popsicle board, and I want a shaped one, the classic 80s shaped board. So that and I didn't really want the plain white one because I do want to put it together and put wheels on it and stuff. So I'll get the Monkey King one.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, the plain white one. I thought about maybe next year, just getting everybody, everybody's autograph, not just the Four Horsemen stuff, but just get everybody to sign it from Legions Con. We'll see.
Oh, that's cool.
I like the idea of having the Four Horsemen. You know what I mean? On now that I have Arethyr, so
yeah, but that's a great way to use a white deck like that. Fill it up with signatures.
Yeah. That everybody was doing that at Legions Con and Intern for a day too. They're getting the Four Horsemen and stuff to sign them. So
cool.
Yeah, Rob makes a good point that the thin deck is pretty small. It's pretty narrow, and it would be nice if they did a third size and had the bigger, sort of like a modern deck. I guess it would be
brute scale.
Brute scale deck.
Well, the shape decks are pretty big, so
yeah. My skating days are long over. But yeah, in stock sale coming. Do we have a date for this? No. Oh yeah, 2/24. There we go.
Yep.
We got another couple of weeks. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everything you see here is going to be available. Lots of good stuff here, man.
Plus a few other things.
Yep.
They said some select items from the Alithia wave, right?
Yes.
Yep. I believe so. Yeah.
And this will be the retail version of these. So they did have these at MegaCon of Demetros and Waltor. So that'll be the first time. I think those are available online that you can get those, which would be cool. Valiant Night till the cows come home. So pick them up. So that's the 24th. What else we got?
I think Valiant Night could sell out.
You think so?
Quickly. Yeah, I think that one could go pretty quickly. There's no limits. It's a very popular figure. Everybody wants it. So if any, I think a lot of this stuff will last a few days. Some of it will last through the entire thing, and they'll pull it down. But I think if anything's gonna sell out, I think it'll be the Valiant Night. Because people really want that thing. So if you want Valiant Knights, I'd say just make sure you're getting on right at 11 and just get in there and get some and get out.
Good advice.
Also, there could be one or two in the reinforcements 2 wave, maybe the Orc. That could go fairly quickly. That's a brand new figure that not many people have yet. So
yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I could see that. And the deluxe Legion builders too. There's a couple in there, like the Nate, the Noble Barch set is pretty popular. But they've had those at shows too. So let's see. The skeleton. I got to get more of that skeleton. I don't have enough of those skeleton archers. I really like that figure a lot. Good figure. Okay, that MegaCon happened. We're not going to take too much of a look back on that. If you want to see more about that, to some degree, go watch 4 o'clock Horsemen from last week. In between the silliness, there's some news. ZoloCon also coming up the 23rd. Boy, that's right in the middle of ZoloCon. But they're going to have these at ZoloCon.
Yeah.
This stuff is, I would say all of this stuff is probably going to be at the table.
I think they confirmed it. I think they said it will be.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I imagine a lot of the coming cons will have a lot of this stuff.
Again, if you haven't been to ZoloCon before, it does get lengthy early, and there is an early bird. If you want to get in early, there is an early bird ticket as opposed to just getting in at the regular time. Gets you in an hour early. and people do buy that, especially just to line up at the Horseman table. I don't think it's going to be as easy as it was, but now they're going to have Poxxus there, so could be nuts.
Yeah.
Be prepared. Can't wait for that. That's going to be good too. And Warrior Beast will be there as well, the exclusive. But they're not doing that at the Horseman table.
Oh, yeah.
Go over to the Zolo table, which is usually not right across from them, but kind of like almost directly visually across from them. So you go over there and pick that one up too.
Did they give a date for that?
That will eventually. Sorry, was that Nate?
I was just going to ask Bill if they gave a date for that regular release yet.
No, I don't think so. But that will eventually have a regular release. So if people miss out, like, you know, you can get it without the alternate head.
Right. And let's see, we know MesquiCon's coming up. We talked about that. A couple of other programming notes. Legion's Lair has Is the Wiz, Israel Ramirez on tomorrow night, possibly with the nostril cam from the that he had on the early podcast. He does tend to lay back a little bit.
He gets comfy.
He gets very comfy. He's a character. He's funny. So that's Tuesday, tomorrow night at 7:00, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. 17.
Yeah, I think so.
Legion's Ladies this week has a very special post Valentine's Day show with America's Sweethearts, Curtis and Darla Ackerman. Well, Darla. Anyway. I don't know about Curtis so much, but I mean, he did give us a $5 super chat, so yeah.
Earlier, Curtis did say, I forget, it was a while back, but he said something like, Rygon and him are the two, you know, Legions collectors whose wives are more popular than they are.
Yeah. I think that's probably true.
I was looking for the comic. It's too far back.
That's true.
I think it was before the hashtag.
I'm sure Darla was invited, and then, you know, Curtis just said, "Can I come on too, please? Please."
Probably was the case. Probably was the case. I think extra. I'm here. Speaking of which, I did want to talk about this really quick. This was a lot of fun. We're on Legions Cast, and Legions Cast will also be on Thursday at 5 p.m. We're talking about 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is really, I love that, man. It's great. I just kind of wind my day down and then move into like dinner time, still watching them. But the last show, which I think was a couple weeks ago, I was on there. Curtis worked his way in there somehow. He was but it was fun, man. We had fun putting this list together. What do you guys think about this list? Have you guys had a chance to like look at it and think about it?
I watched a lot of it, and I mean, for the most part, I was with it. There's a few things I probably would have swapped around, but you know, it's I love when they did this with just, what was the first one? Was it just overall? I forget what they did this with. They did ranked. It wasn't just overall all of them. I forget what set it was.
They did do a ranking, and I can't remember who it was.
Maybe a faction or something.
It might have been a faction.
Arethyr, maybe just Arethyr or something like that. But
maybe it was Arethyr. Yeah, it might have been.
But yeah,
for me, the skeleton and the bottom being in the D, that does not belong there. That belongs higher up. Like that one, I love that. And like maybe it's like just
the skeleton. You're saying
also, yeah, the skeleton builder in the bottom.
No, it was tough. But where would you swap that out with? Who would you swap that out with? Where
would I swap it? Good question.
This is the tricky part.
I could see it being I could see it replacing one of the deluxe elves or like the female orc or elf or something like up there perhaps, because this thing is practically a deluxe itself. Like it's kind of in that range. And it's like I just think that and maybe it's because part of it is a male, so like maybe like people don't really think of it as like a female figure really, and that might justify it being kind of low on the female list. So I guess I get that side of it, but yeah, like that I love that figure, and I actually love 2.0 skeletons. I mean, we don't have the new skeletons yet, so those will probably take the cake later. But like, I've always loved the 2.0 body as a skeleton more than the 1.0 body, and this figure
I don't
is
love
just
the
perfect
for much that. On the bones, but I do love the figures a little bit more. They just feel a little more skeleton-y. I would agree with putting it over the orc, but that was a Curtis pick, man. That orc was not good. He was a dog.
No, he fought hard for that, didn't he? My only thing about doing this one in particular was they included the characters that we don't have yet. So to me, it's a little hard to judge.
Yeah, that's tricky.
There's a little bias for that stuff, but I mean, I think you kind of know like what they're, I mean, you know what they look like. You don't have them in hand. I mean, we all kind of know what the articulation is going to be like for the most part. So like, it's not like.
But how many times have we, you just said about Zendaya, like, I didn't know I was going to like him so much until I got him, it's like.
No, it's true. Like when you get him in hand, like the colors, just the feel, the vibe of the character, whatever it is.
Almost like you want to redo it once you really get him in hand, but.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think this the female dwarf is going to be much higher on people's list when they get her in hand, judging by just the prototype that I had, which was really cool.
Is it called the Legions Men? Instead of Legions Ladies, it's the Legions Men.
Right. Curtis, a PSA. We have started a support group for guys whose wives are more popular than them in the community. Don't suffer in silence. Please reach out.
It's gonna be one small group.
Followed up by Blake. Shout out to all the amazing artists in the community. Trevor, Nate, or Bill. You need to get Skelasauria. And is it Heiko? Sejuro on your show.
Yeah,
I agree.
Heiko, however you pronounce it, awesome stuff.
Absolutely. Good call, Blake. Yeah, we gotta do that.
Yeah, and again, like with the if you guys, I don't know if you're watching the Dom, but that's what Arthos was talking about earlier. Like if you see somebody whose work is like wow, this needs to be there, tag them. Tag them Toy Photo Bomb. Contact me, just message me with a picture of them or something. Tagging is better, but if you want, you can message me. So this was fun. I mean, there was a lot of consternation over a couple picks, but I think a lot of people would agreed with like 70% of it.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's a fun thing to do.
It makes a ton of sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But EMO does a great job putting this together.
He does, yes. And he's a very calming presence and moderator on that show too. You know what I mean? Right. But he's very flustered on this show. I was surprised at how flustered, worked up he got about it. Like, how can I possibly do this? I can't put this character. All right, let's jump back to our giveaway and do our first giveaway. We got 54
Speaking of Zendaya,
we got 100 people.
100
people, and we only got 54 entries for a free figure.
Come on, people.
Some people might have showed up.
Zendaya.
Need a little reminder here. Hashtag Zendaya. I haven't opened my Zendaya yet.
I should have done hashtag Xavier. That would have been better. Hashtag Michael Xavier. That would have been great. But yeah, you're a little bit of paint away from Michael Xavier custom. So
that's awesome.
We'll get a little more time. All right, let me jump over to our. Was there anything else that we want to talk about in terms of? Whoops, didn't mean to do that.
I think Rob Zamora had mentioned that the other two from the retailer appreciation wave, Leje and the blue HaGnth, those are shipping very soon as well.
Yep, right. Those are imminent, I think, to retailers pretty soon. So
cool. I'm looking forward to those.
Pre-ordered those. Yeah, you might be seeing those in the next 2-3 weeks for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I know all three of us brought this up prior, but we wanted to shout out Nerdzoic for his video he just put out.
Yes.
He did an awesome job for sort of newcomers. It was titled, "Is it too late to get into the line?" Right? Is it too late? He did an awesome job for anyone brand new coming into this, breaking it down. He referenced a lot of stuff you said before, Bill, but it's a great video. It's only like 14 minutes, 15 minutes at the most. And it really, I mean, I enjoyed watching it, and I've been doing this for years, right? And
Don't let
Yep.
the clickbaity title fool you. It is not just about. It's not just answering the question, "Am I too late?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Which
a lot
is,
more. to it.
which
Good
is
point.
like a popular thing. Like, oh my god, all these expensive figures, I'm too late. It is a primer on collecting legions for newcomers. It's
It's
really
a perfect
good.
how-to. Yep.
And I know a lot of people in this group are veteran legions collectors, but I guarantee most people in this group have been asked the question, where do I get started? How do how do I get started with legions? Should I even collect? Like, there's an awesome place to point them to give them a little
Yeah. And watch it
background.
yourself, because it'll help you impart
Mhm.
some of that knowledge when you're asked those
Yeah, you've had
questions.
some good videos like this too, Bill. Like, you've had some good intro videos. Too.
Yeah, I
know
like
Jeremy-
to try to make my channel welcoming. I got to get back to some of that. I tend to do that in the spring, so like it's probably going to be some of that type of stuff coming soon.
Yeah.
Nice.
But this is good. He shouted you out a couple times. He shouted
Yep.
out the Cabal and a lot of the shows, including ours.
Yeah, the
and
opening
Mosh,
was
so-
hilarious.
Yeah, it was very funny. There was a little cameo by our own.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
So you gotta just go check it out if for nothing else. Even if you're into it and you don't even need to know about this, it's funny nonetheless.
Yeah.
Check that out. Yeah, very good video. That's our buddy Matt. So go check that out.
Who's
All right.
like 10 feet tall, by the way. Like I met him
I
for
know,
the first time in person. He just got in this
I know.
last year, and he's so tall.
If they weren't both so nice, we need like a big dub and big nerdy cage match or something like that. Maybe.
They both love wrestling. I know that.
I know. What am I doing wrong here? What am I not? Oh, here we go. I got it. No, I don't. Hang on. That should be working.
Please stand by.
Why is it not working?
Did you want to spin the thing before?
Yeah, let me see what we got here for the giveaway. We got 65 people. We can do that. So let me present that screen, and then we'll get back to
If
this.
this was
65 people. We got
Leje,
5 more
we'd hear
seconds.
Brad going 65.
Can't drive. All right, we got a couple people in here. 67. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll see if this this last minute luck.
Yeah, let's see who. So Johnny Dagger.
We're gonna be Maverick.
Rabbit Den.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Ish.
all right.
Just what you need is another figure, Ish. Congratulations. Ish has a pallet of these probably already, but you got another one.
Well,
you
so
can
the last
me tomorrow.
the theory about being the last person didn't play out this
Not
time.
there, no.
I can't even find
Ish
it.
was early on. He was way up.
His evil laugh. Congrats, Ish.
All right, that's one. We're going to be doing another one in a little while here. All right, I don't know why I can't get this. Oh, what am I doing wrong here, man? I don't know what. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
There it is.
There we go. Okay. All right, we have Thorg. I'll open him first. I've already opened.
Bill, you gonna read the bios again?
Oh yeah, let me read the bios. I was playing around with my.
I already opened the gin.
Hang on here. Let's see.
These tabs.
Waves released. Poxxus and Tharnog. As an intermediary between the mortal and spirit worlds, the orc shaman Tharnog's power is obtained from arcane knowledge gained from the realm beyond. In his younger days, his mystical skills were brandished as part of Queen Urxa's quiet resistance against the orcs' servitude to the Legion of Erethyr. Inspired by Urxa's desire for orcish freedom, Tharnog relocated himself and offered to wield his gifts for a righteous fight alongside Hera Serpentspire in the Convocation of Basilia. I was convinced, I don't know, just like I convinced myself of these little fan theory type things, but I was like, I was certain that we were gonna see Queen Urxa in the Rising Suns wave, like as a defector over
Moved
to
over to
the
good.
over to
Yeah.
the good guys, over to the
That would be interesting.
the noble bear.
I
She
could-
would fit.
well, that-
She would kind of fit in
Yeah.
that group, you know. And
buy
like, I
that.
don't know, I just
It could happen down the road yet.
I could jump
so
on the
Trevor,
discussion too while we're talking about this. Yeah, can you hear me?
the reason why I didn't
Okay.
the reason why I took the pauldrons off of mine is
Yeah.
because I just opened it right before, and I realized I'm gonna have to apply some heat to get these in. To get the antlers in, I definitely need to. I need some heat. Like that's not gonna go in. That's why I took mine off. But you might need heat if you're gonna try to plug those in.
All right, I do have. Here, I'll go grab that.
I like getting a look at them without that gigantic fur piece too, because it's pretty an overwhelming thing. And I like what Gio Vasapolo did, how he suggested flipping it around.
Swing it to the back. Have the fur on the back.
Yeah. But it's still, even so, it's still like such a kind of a heavy piece. So it's nice to see you see a lot more of the details that you miss when that's actually on the character.
Yeah,
figure.
It's a busy character, and I'm probably not gonna go full busy.
Yeah.
With mine, like I'll probably have it something along these lines. Maybe like one. Maybe I'll do like one pauldron. I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it, but like I'm gonna do something a little bit different.
You can embiggen yourself though if you want to like switch it around while I'm doing this.
And wait, I don't want to. Yeah, I'll do that for now. Like you'll notice his head's pretty big. So if and typically, I know I've heard a lot of people talk about how Legion heads are pretty big, and it doesn't look terrible with the like a regular like with the
it does.
Wow, actually, yeah, it doesn't. I'm surprised.
What's his name?
You know what it is?
Kurzak or
Kurzak, yeah. Vorthog.
I mean, like Legions have always had this like little bit not true proportions, you know what I mean? Like they're a little more you know, the heads are a little bigger on the bodies than they normally would be. And that
especially when you add all the stuff
with more like a Marvel Legends character of that size. You know, that's how I said with the Marvel Legends.
But then when you add the stuff, like when you add the pauldrons in, you know, it really, like, it's good to have a larger head when you start to bulk out a character with all this stuff around it. Like, it's nice to have a larger head. You put that fur on there and you get everything kind of going on this guy, and it makes a lot of sense when you do that.
Right on. Yeah.
And I mean, we have the.
I am not a fan of these ties, man. Camera, I know they're probably easier to deal with, but I'm not
a fan of what?
The ties, the new.
Oh yeah, I don't like them.
I don't know. It's just such a. I don't know. You can't put them back in.
You have to have you have to have the snips. What like you got there? Like you got to have a pair of these to like snip those. Just get through it. But yeah, I prefer the twists.
This guy. So he's saying put this backwards, like this, like basically underneath the pauldrons, like so it's like that. That could be cool.
Yeah, send it to the send it backwards.
Let's see what that looks. Kind of like.
I'm gonna.
Because otherwise, you miss so many of the details on the belt and stuff. I think.
I'm gonna mute for a second because I want to fire up my blow dryer. So hang on a second.
Okay.
His blow dryer. Did you hear that? That's a dig, I think. He's going pretty good. The pauldrons are already in there, so I don't know about this. I'll be honest. Like when
backwards, and then they sort of swing back underneath his arms. I think.
Okay.
This is what it looked like from Joe.
When I was shooting this prototype, I mean, you can imagine that all the stuff on this. The thing I wanted to do was like to have anything come off because there's no way I would get it back to the way it was. Like they literally had things like the cloth like taped onto the shoulders and stuff like that. You just can't. It's crazy. I know everybody always wants like, hey, show us what's underneath it and everything. Man, you just can't. I don't hate that.
No, it works.
It's interesting. They don't really sit well. Like, well, I haven't shaped them, so that's all right. And I don't mind that at all. Right?
How do you have it on the front? Okay,
So
down under the
underneath,
beard. Like,
yeah. I mean, the fur. I would love the fur to like go out on both sides, but I mean, there's a position or a direction for the fur, so you kind of got to fight it a little bit. But you might be able to like separate that and.
Yeah, I think he even mentioned he's going to do a little trimming on it around, the head and stuff. But
yeah, in here it could be good.
Yeah,
to make it a little more even on both sides. But,
yeah.
Man, I like it. That's a good suggestion, Joe. Man,
Take a
that's
stylist.
good. Hell yeah. So you're saying, Bill, like you really got to heat these up from it.
But once I did, they popped in super easy. Maybe you can get them in. So, do I have these right? So I did the same thing. I swung it to the back here. And I have it like that. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks good, Bill.
Go in and keeping everything together. get everything in. I have these the wrong way. I do. Right, they're supposed to go back.
I do too then.
Yeah,
See, Bill.
Is that right?
Did you?
I don't think so.
They're supposed to
right?
go
I
backwards.
guess maybe that way.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay. Like
it doesn't
this?
matter. No, it doesn't. Oh, how the hell did you do that?
Oh yeah. On the other side.
Yeah.
Is that right though? Is that right?
I don't know, but I like that better. I mean, they're not crossing each other. They're like crossing.
Yeah, they do kind of cross each other when you have them the other way.
That looks right.
Yeah, this looks
just
good.
Those. Yeah.
It's like wings.
It's
a little.
But yeah, he's a busy figure for sure. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, switch this back.
Yeah, that's how I did it.
Yeah,
I like that.
I don't know.
Right.
I think
that's
I'm
cool.
sticking with it. I like it.
What is it? What is it? What did you originally do? Hold on a second.
I think I just swapped.
No,
them.
they're straight up in the photos.
I didn't do anything. I don't know.
The way they had it, the way they had them set up for you to shoot. So they're like this.
So they're forward on the opposite side. Yeah. You got it? The way they have it?
Yeah, so they're like this. Hold on.
Yeah, that's it.
But they're out more somehow. I don't understand. Maybe
they do look out more on the pictures, right?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Maybe.
Okay. Maybe like this.
Huh.
So if you twist, if you twist them in versus out.
Oh. Okay. You're rotating them on the. Okay.
Yeah, if you rotate them.
I gotcha.
Out, they kind of.
They look kind of cool. I think both ways, man.
Yeah, I think you did.
That's the way. That's how it was.
What's cool about it, like you really can do it whatever way you want. Right?
And I'll also say, so when they're like this, the weight of them is centered more. When it's like this.
When it's out, yeah.
When it's reversed, when they're flipped back to the original.
When they're
way.
up taller.
When they're up taller and and you swing them, the weight of them comes up over the middle of that comes up and over. And so you're gonna have a much more centered weight on the figure for posing it on
he
the
stands
shelf
pretty
too.
well though, like his feet I don't know
pretty solid.
He's not really gonna be falling over, and then you get something in his hand. He's gonna be it's gonna take up more room on your shelf, that's for sure. Sorry for the ASMR.
little looseness in my ankles.
Do you?
Get them a little more upright. A little bit. Not too bad, though.
I got to get these pauldrons in better, though.
That staff is insane.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we're
It's a
getting
little shaky, that joint, that hand. I don't know. Is that in right? It's a little loose. Oh, my ankles are super tight.
This thing's crazy.
Oh, that's so cool.
See if I can get him to hold it.
Yeah, my ankles are super tight. I love this. And as many people pointed out, you can take the hand off.
Oh, you can? Oh, nice.
Yeah, the hand comes off, so you can just use this for, like another wizard.
Oh, it's the same hand as the other hand, huh?
Yeah.
I forget. Then when the hand's off, does it sit flat like on a table or something? Like you can use it a prop?
No, it's got. I think it's got some curves to it to sort of fit.
But you can just get some
he was gonna
sticky tack or something.
Toppling.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's got like there it is. Oh, nice.
Yeah. So.
Focus.
Have them looking into it.
Yeah.
It's exactly flat. Unfortunately, I could see some
make it work.
I mean, I don't know it, but I could see some 3D people like doing something with this.
This kind of like
to the bottom
almost. Hang on a second. This almost looks like you could go with the. This almost looks like you could. Let's see.
I mean, never get
enough here. Okay.
Sorry,
looks like you could kind of.
Well, Carver Customs will be thinking of a way to get a light up inside that baby.
It's like the same. It's like the same color as these. Right here.
Yeah. That looks good.
Nice. Here.
Wow.
Yep.
Let me hold it from the top here.
There. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good call on that, Bill.
Same color.
Oh, that's really cool.
You could actually just have. I wonder if that would.
Then put that in the hand.
Close. Like you could have that whole thing.
God, what's the direction here with the hand now?
So there he goes. That's really cool, man. I like everything about this. I'm really digging this guy. I'm just not loving this. I don't know if I don't have this pin in there.
Well, popped in all the way.
There you go. It's a little bit better now. It's a little more sturdy now. He's holding it. I like it. I'm digging it.
Sweet.
Nice. Arnog. I mean, how do you go with the non-painted head over the painted head with all these guys?
On a figure like that,
right?
Yeah.
Like I might use this, but I probably won't display it like that.
There's how it looks in his hand with the with that stuff there.
Oh, I see. Oh, you put it around it. That works well. That's cool.
That's really cool.
Even have that coming up his wrist as like a power up or something.
Yeah, you can have his arm out.
All the detail there. So cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of sculpture.
Like Native American touches and stuff too. You know what I mean? So it's really cool. Bones and feathers and stuff in his beard. Really cool. Really, really cool. Love it. All right.
Excellent.
Arnog. Cheating a little bit in that I already unboxed him, but I couldn't help myself because I saw so many people unboxing and playing with him. But, I just had to open this guy. And he's freaking pretty incredible. I didn't think I'd have any interest in this guy, honestly. Like with the prototype, I mean, again, you couldn't really move it. It was a little. I will tell you, it was a little bit of a different color, but close. But man, it's really cool. It's really
like a phenomenal character. Yeah,
this face is
I love
insane. it's not something. Again, I heard a lot of people saying the same thing. I'm not sure who I was listening to, but they're saying like just didn't feel like a Jin character was anything that I really needed.
Mm-hmm.
In Mythics necessarily. It's never been like a genre that I've been all that interested outside of like Sinbad. But man, I like it. I like everything about it. I like the sword. I like this hilt here with the mouth.
Yeah, it's
Really,
insane.
Really, yeah, beautiful details, and the soft goods are gorgeous. I mean, once again, just amazing work by CJ and crew.
It's
and
like
the Keithlin and CJ, which is the crew.
yeah,
amazing. Yeah,
like to me, this is like a figura obscura. This is like this could straight up
right?
this could just like it is right here. Boom. This could have been a figura obscura.
Yeah.
And
model
like
genie,
it's not as green like Trevor, I don't know about your lights, but it definitely doesn't seem as green as it's like got a little greenish thing going on, and maybe there's some warm lights or something.
There's some warm lights over here, so yeah, it's
that might be what's doing it. But yeah, I mean this thing blue. It is my favorite of the wave. And I know I haven't opened everything, so that could kind of change. But yeah, Joe, I also want to see more heads in this scale, and like I want to see like the 3D guys doing heads in this scale too.
Yeah, I'm sure by Legions Con this year there's going to be a plethora of them.
Yep.
But yeah, this figure, I mean the color, the accessories, the details alone would make it a standout, but the fact that he's brute scale, like really, really stands out on a shelf, I imagine. I mean, when you did your review, Bill, on Dork Lair, it was awesome to see how you always do your size comparisons.
Yep.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's a great scale. It's a great body. Like it's just
From Curtis, cracks me up. $4.99 super chat. Everyone is playing but Nate. Reminds me of a time when I got in trouble as a kid and had to hold the towels while my siblings got to swim.
Oh, dude, he's got some.
Well, Curtis, they're so busy playing with their toys, but guess what I get to do? Which is fine by me.
I know a lot of people are like, oh, I wasn't really interested in a Jin or like a genie or whatever. And but I was like right from the get-go. I mean, being a huge Magic fan, Magic the Gathering, like Jin are they right from the first set, they've always been a part of it. And so like for me, I was like, oh hell yeah. Anytime I can add Magic the Gathering themes to my Legion shelf, I'm all in. I was like, I was pumped.
They were a D&D monster. And I think after a while you could play them, but maybe not. I don't know. Like I know they were monsters or NPCs anyway.
It's cool. Also a Muslim concept too. So it's like it's great for Muslims to like get some of that into the line as well.
Yep.
How does he stack up looks wise, Bill, to what you've seen in Magic the Gathering or what you would have had in your head?
It fits for sure. It fits. It doesn't look like any specific thing from there, but it definitely it kind of fits that that vibe for sure.
He checked all the boxes that you would have wanted.
Yeah, definitely.
Somebody's talking about how this would look cool on the front of this. There is like a little opening. Somebody could definitely. It's very small, but somebody could definitely make
little
something
drill in there.
Open it up. Yeah, I talked about that.
You might have to glue it in, but like just to have like a little smoke or something coming up would be really cool. I love that.
It'd be a cool effect.
But yeah, and these are so such a like welcome thing after having the hard, rigid, prototypes. Like you just couldn't envision how they were going to be like. And man, it's really nice that you can just stretch these out, pull them. I imagine you could probably reshape them to some degree if you want to keep them out or something.
Nice.
Rick Jones mentions Ifrit, which I would love, and that's also something that's in Magic the Gathering too, like the fire elemental Jin.
What time have we got? We got 10:15. Oh boy,
I'm with you, King Castle.
I'm gonna open up Poxxus. I don't know if we're gonna get to Phobos. I don't know.
I do have Phobos right here.
You do have Phobos open? Okay, that'd be good.
Yeah. I have a weird thing here. I have so little tip for you guys. So when I got it out of the box, the armor pieces were sort of flared out this way. They're like flared out this way.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That'll happen with shoulder pauldrons sometimes as well, where it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's like you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
I always
They're a
use
little-
the twist
a little warped.
ties. The twist ties that come with the figures are perfect for that. So you heat it all up, twist tie it to pinch it in, and it's time. Like I did this yesterday, so I could take this off
Oh,
now.
genius.
And it's like sitting on there nicely, and the same thing with the back one, so I can pull that one off.
Great
Oh,
idea.
so- Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
Would you just
I
heat it
just
up
have
after a while?
I
And
just
like,
I heated the
and then put the twist
armor.
tie on. Yep.
Put the twist tie on, pinched it in, and then now when I pull it off, it's nicely, you know, you can see it's like in there.
Nice.
You want to
So
run it under
that's-
cold water. That'll like speed up the sort of.
Yeah, you could totally
process
do
too, yeah.
that.
But that's a great idea, man, for shaping. it,
But
yeah.
this thing's great. It's awesome. I've already seen a lot of people taking this armor and doing some swaps with the armor.
Oh,
and
have you? I
stuff.
was just
Seen
gonna
that,
say, I'm
yeah.
surprised I haven't seen that yet. So I'm looking
Yeah,
forward
I've
to
seen a
doing that
couple.
myself. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
who it
looks
was,
good.
but somebody was saying it's the first thing that they wanted to do. They've been like waiting for like 2 years to get the horse, and they matched it up with like they put like the red. I don't know who does anybody.
Oh,
have
I
red
saw
tack?
that one. They did reds. Yeah, they
Who has
painted
red
some-
tack?
I
Or did
think
they paint
painted it?
tack red?
I think
Okay,
they painted it.
it looked really cool, and they just painted this stuff completely silver, I think.
Yeah, it was
So,
silver,
yeah.
and they used like a knight. It was really cool. But yeah,
Yeah, it
this
looked
is great. I also saw someone take the green. Might have been Joe Suter. He took the green tail. He took the green mane, and he put those two pieces on the retailer Headless Horseman horse, which has some green accents, and it looked amazing. Looked
I think
really good.
Gerard did that too because it was.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
maybe
yeah,
it was
he
Jeremy.
did
Yeah,
that.
maybe it was Jeremy. Sorry.
he did that
Yeah.
mythological horse from
That's what it was. That's right.
yeah some
Yeah, I forget what property or what
before
inspiration was behind
Sure.
that, but yeah.
yeah some culture calls them like I think it was a culture thing or maybe it was a D&D thing.
And
was
then
cool,
I have I am not gonna take him out of this pose because this is gonna be my next.
Oh, dude! I think I just broke
Wicked.
the knife. I broke the knife.
Oh no.
Oh, in the
Crap.
sheath.
Yeah.
Oh,
Crap.
bummer.
This is too tight. I'm gonna say right
Those
now.
that
Yeah.
knife and sheath has
Either
always
should
been
not be
tight.
together, or they gotta loosen this up, man. Like there's no way to push it out. Damn it! All right, well, yeah, kind of broke that.
Yeah, those have
Easy
always been too tight.
Blue, but it's kind of irritating.
That was pulling it out of the plastic or the
Yeah,
sheet?
what I was doing is I was trying to push the heavier part of it, which was
Yeah.
because I didn't have, I figured I would do something to it, so I was pushing the sheave out, and you know what? Actually, there's a piece of tape here. That might have been my fault, but in pushing it out, the other part stuck, and it just kind of went up like that.
Yep.
And snapped it. So
Yeah, a lot of those pieces with cosmic, they're in there.
be careful
good,
with
man.
that. Be careful with that. Anything that's like you got to feel like this is a rigid plastic too. I'm a little worried about the popping this as well because there's some nice.
You got to find the little sides and push them in. So like, see where your finger is, like on those sides, on the front, on the top.
Yeah, this little
I can show you.
ridge here that's holding it in. I'm talking about.
I've resorted to slicing some of those pieces out of there, just like getting my
I
exact.
mean,
Yeah, right
honestly,
here.
around 'em.
I did the
Like-
same thing. Yeah.
There's these little tabs, but yeah, I mean, there's definitely been a lot more. It
There we
seems breakage in the last couple waves.
Can you add some heat to that? I've never even thought of that. Just adding some
You
heat to the
can.
actual.
I guess.
Yeah.
You can warp the one thing I like to try and do. I don't like not that I'm like trying to like repack it and pretend it's new or anything like that. You're always going to tell somebody it's repacked. You're never going to get it back in there perfectly with tape and everything. But I don't know, just to keep the box in good shape. Like I hate to have to destroy everything that's.
I've given up on. I don't even have space to keep them
I
anymore. So I'm just
like, forget about it. I don't think I'll ever get anything back into a cosmic box. It'll just never happen.
No.
I will give you the box if you want to rebox it. You can have it. All right. And for some reason, he has twist ties. Okay. Seems
different factory. Probably
have those. I think the bigger figures, right? Because the bigger figures come from maybe a different part of the factory or a different factory.
And they're in the box as opposed to the
the box.
So maybe even just
shell.
Different packing company than somebody who does the actual boxing of the figures.
Yeah.
Because these are the standard ties. Come on. There we go. Oof.
Such a wicked figure.
So how flexible are these? Has anybody broken these?
They're pretty flexible, yeah. But keep in mind they're like there's not a huge contact point, so they could come out.
Yeah. But right at this point, they're pretty inflexible. They get flexible up on the top a little bit, so that's good. I don't feel like this is going to be a problem. I mean, if it fell off the shelf from a high level, maybe, but
yeah. I think if anything, one will just come unglued. It'll just pop off and come unglued or something. I don't think they're going to snap.
They must be separate pieces. Yeah. All right. Boy, there's a lot of stuff here. Holy moly. I'm glad you haven't floated. There's no way I'm getting to float this. Not by 11 o'clock or earlier.
Yeah.
So
I'm working on. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say I'm working. So I'm actually getting the. I have a review. I'm going to try to do tomorrow on my day off of the D&D Elkhorn figure, and then I'm going to get right back to Poxxus. And my next one is going to be Poxxus himself. I'm not going to do the horse and Poxxus in the same video. I'm going to do separate videos for those because it's just too much stuff. So yeah, I should have Poxxus in a couple days. Video up soon.
Okay.
And he's
cool.
Fantastic.
Sorry, Nate.
Hey, everybody.
Next giveaway. And I need a hashtag for this guy.
Oh, the big dude.
Terrible. Sorry. HaGnth. This guy's amazing, man. Really, really cool. I mean, hashtag HaGnth.
Yeah. Blue and yellow.
You got to spell it correctly to get in there.
Yeah.
We got something more clever. Big mean green.
Hashtag combo.
Hashtag combo.
Ziploc.
Yeah, Ziploc.
Yellow and blue make
yellow
green.
And blue.
Hashtag Ziploc it is. What the hell that means?
As soon as I saw somebody mention that he was
I forget when you
blacklight reactive, that was the first thing I did when I opened I actually haven't pulled him out of the box yet, but like when I opened the case and I got it out, I specifically ordered a blacklight bulb because I didn't actually have one, so I have one now, and it's just like it's intense. The reactive, those like all those lines and patterns and things. It's amazing.
Really, really cool.
Wow.
I will add on. I should have added on this one, but international shipping. If you're international, you can enter. I just may need you to help me with shipping or pay for shipping, depending on where you are. But the figure is free, all that. So enter at your own risk if you're not in the continental United States. But we will try to get it to you anyway. And I got to start picking lighter figures. I don't know what made me pick this figure because this weighs like a pound. This is going to be expensive as shit. Stupid. Whatever.
Hey, if it's going to the U.S., shipping is really low right now. It's like really, prices went down. So
I gotta say it has been pretty good. Doing my eBay stuff has been like a lot better. Okay, how do we get back here? There we go, and boom, there we go. Okay, beautiful.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, I'm assuming these wings are all held in. Are they just held in the plastic? Oh, they are. Nice. See, that's delicious beer. Yeah, that's what I want. I love these things. I love this color too. It's a great color.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Will you have yours Wednesday, Nate?
Probably not quite Wednesday, but not too long after that.
Okay. Well, you can feel free on the next show to sit there and open.
It's like, oh, good.
We're all going to be open by then.
I'm enjoying this. It's fine, man. This works fine. I'm keeping an eye on the chat, enjoying that.
Speaking of the next show, I'm not gonna say quite yet, but we should have a very special guest on the next show. I'm hoping.
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see if it works out. So I'm not gonna announce anything yet because we got to make sure that everybody can make it. But it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, definitely mark your calendars, people. 2 weeks from today.
Yeah, look out for an announcement. I'll just the closer that we get, and I make sure everybody can make it. Then I will announce that.
What's up, Big Dub?
Big Dub. Gotta get Big Dub back on here sometime. And how many? What do we gotta have a day countdown clock to like Legions Con.
Who knew that last time off the top of there? I want to say it was Blake or somebody had a count pretty close. But yeah, I'm looking forward to you coming in town for Mesquite Con with Mal. Yep. That'll be a blast.
For that. Can't wait for Mal to get here and test his fears. That's going to be fun.
Well, speaking of that, I'm going back to Euro Legions. A couple shows ago, they did a fun bit where they were kind of writing up different bios, and the other two had to guess who they were talking about. That was a lot of fun. Good.
Yes,
good,
that was
kind of a fun bit they do. They do a lot of neat stuff like that. Really enjoy it. Cloud says 270 days. I'll buy that.
We got to steal some of those ideas.
Yep, David Williams said the same thing. 270.
270.
We can do it. Yeah, nice.
Sorry, I'm doing this off camera.
Be here before we know it.
These seem to go in pretty easy. Okay, yeah, that's just tricky getting the angle. These are nice and movable. They're not difficult to move right out of them, but getting it into the opening. Okay. Yeah, heat works well there. That's good.
Yeah, actually, King Castle Sieger reminds me. I did have one more pick that we didn't bring up, and it was Joe Suter's piece that he did, and he put that third-party hat on Poxxus that he had painted up.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. You know what? You picked that one. Just like I was at the end of the stuff, and I'm like,
we had kind of going long there, but yeah, super cool, man. That was a great look. Love that piece.
I never break anything, man. It's just trying to do it on camera and do it quickly. I think that was the. Where the hell does this go? Does this go around his waist?
Around his neck. So one of the issues with that is it kind of prevents his chin from going down a little bit. Like I got to find out. I got to figure out how to best get that thing positioned on his head.
I don't just dislike it like this. I mean, where was this in the picture? I don't even remember.
It's around his neck.
So long ago.
If you don't pop it down on that ball all the way, would that help?
Pop the head down on the ball?
Well, if you put that around his neck, So
this goes
a little bit more.
Yeah, that goes there. I think I have the seam below his beard. I found that worked out a little bit better.
Beard? Okay.
That's how I have it.
So that
seems to work a little.
Oh yeah, I think that's the way it goes.
It hides it.
It hides the seam, and then it also gives it a little more give underneath there. But it prevents his chin. He's always looking up a little bit because it kind of prevents him from chin from going all the way down.
It's just going to take a little work.
It's a bit of a hipster scarf.
Yeah. but like at the same time, it's like Jesus. It goes down pretty far. I mean, I don't know the way I've got it on. It's kind of sitting right underneath there.
Yeah, I guess I just got to play with mine a little bit more.
Not too bad.
Maybe bring it up a bit.
But that's a good point. Putting that ridge underneath there because you can't see it at all, and it looks a lot better. So going back to like what we were going to talk about here, really quickly, like what do we think is coming up in chat? Like jump in. Like, about,
oh yeah, no, it was Alejandro Soria who had that third party head. Sorry,
that's
Joe.
right. Yeah,
yeah.
And we already and regarding the horse, we already realized it was Jeremy.
Yeah. Sorry, Joe.
So for me, for like what could be coming down the pike, like I think I don't know if this is more of what I wish or what I expect, but like I think we could see a return to the story based ways where it's like you might get characters from any faction. You might get characters from 4 or 5 different factions.
Yeah.
But it's a
like
specific
Bjorngar and Soul Stoker and Coliseum and
Coliseum, like those, like it'll be I could see a return to that where it's just it's more mixed. It's a story, but you can get characters from potentially from any faction in it, depending on what the story calls for.
Yeah, it's situational, right? Like so, like kind of almost like if they hadn't been doing this and the book was like being, or at least some of the stories are written now. Like you've got that story of Scapular in the tavern and stuff like that. It could have been like those 3 or 4 characters that were part of that situation or whatever. Probably a bigger situation than that, not necessarily a meeting in a tavern. But
but that situation involved the Coliseum. It involved it involved some other kind of like outside elements that could have been woven into a wave of it just through the stories. So
I can see that.
I can totally see that happening. I like that. I thought that was kind of cool because you could get something, like you said, you could get, there's different factions involved with different battles. Some point we're going to get the game. We're going to have some lore there that's going to tie into things. But this just goes behind. Oh God.
That's a little tricky because it doesn't sit in there
in between
super tight.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get my angle here. But see how it's diagonal, or
so just in behind there, basically.
Yeah, it just sort of pushes in. There's a couple slots. There's a couple slots in there that it pushes in.
Okay.
It's probably easier to try it without it on first to realize where it goes.
Oh, I see what it is. I see what it is.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah, okay. I got it.
I don't want to.
It's those little ridges. There's the little ridges on the side of this. How do I get that angle right? If you can see those little bumps that are on the inside, let's go right into one of those little circular, semicircle, smile-shaped things right there. Pops in. It's pretty easy, actually. That wasn't too hard at all.
This is a good analogy from Big Dub, like to what you were just speaking to, Bill. He says some sort of thing similar to the Ox Crew, a group of new characters that have some affiliation in the main story, but are a smaller pod of core characters to release.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they're doing with Cosmic, right? They're doing the stories, so it's like through. So I could definitely see them going back to that for sure. That would be cool. I don't know how much of a pose I'm going to get this guy into with this bow and everything. I really want to put the bow on. But
it's like you need to not be on a live stream and just be like focused, because there's a lot of things to deal with.
There's so much going on here. It's unbelievable.
You got to get the shoulder armors have to come way up.
Yep.
So I've got my shoulder armors, like you can see that side, it's way up.
Yeah, let me move you over, Bill.
Yeah, so like that armor's way up.
Oh yeah, you got to.
So I'm kind of fudging it a little bit in terms of where that armor is.
But he is doing. That is a good. You got him in a good bow pose, so that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's wicked.
And I like the wings up. I love this with the wings up.
Yeah, it's so dynamic.
I would probably have him with the wings up on the horse because
Yep.
I mean he just doesn't sit well if he doesn't have the horse.
His cloth goods are great. The tattered wired cloth is really cool.
Yeah, this one
on
here.
the skirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, people have been doing some really great bashes with those pieces too.
That's something we can mention Joe Suter about because he's been doing a lot. He's been doing a lot with those.
With our stinky cosmic lady, what the heck's her name again?
Jambira.
Mbira, yeah.
I wonder, you know what? I was thinking of Mbira and this thing. So my Mbira, it's my Mbira smells exactly like this.
That's
So I wonder if anybody has a super stinky orb. You know how like people had super stinky Mbiras? I wonder if anybody has a wicked
hashtag stinky orb.
Hashtag stinky orb.
Yeah. Oh man, we'll be seeing a doctor about
That's
that.
what we should have gone with right there. That was waited a few minutes.
Out of the box, not not anything else that happened.
Give away a
but, like,
Tharnog
out of the
at some
box.
point. You're gonna have to remember that one.
If you come home from Legion's Con with a stinky orb,
yeah, right out of the box.
That's on you, man.
You know what I mean, there's no saying, hey, it came out of the box. That's not going to that's not gonna help.
So stanky.
Remember to remove the hand first,
Nobody wants a hand on your
Moon River.
Oh, dude. Oh, look at. Boom.
Oh, just what we were talking about. Yeah.
No way. Huh.
Where it is.
You go to pick it up and you accidentally pick up a spider,
over it, right?
a real bug.
Yeah, that would suck.
Oh, I was cooking yesterday. I was making a stew.
I got it.
And a spider just dropped right down. It was like like right over the stew, and I was like,
oh hell no!
Like I had to like I didn't really want to just grab it with my hand, but like I had to like hope that I could grab a paper towel and kind of grab it before it went in.
Went down to it.
I got it out of there.
I'm not one of those people who's smashing bugs in my hands. I don't know who that is. Like, I know people who do it, and I'm not judging.
I won't do that to a spider. I'm like superstitious. I won't kill a spider.
Yeah, I will try not.
I'll do that to like gnats and stuff. Like fruit flies and
something
stuff.
Small enough you can wipe it off, and you don't have a handful of blood. And
I don't kill spiders either.
Like fly
do it for me.
Like, what are you doing, man?
Spiders. No.
Oh,
when I was in college, I had a ladybug infestation in my dorm room, and I was on a top bunk, and they were just like all on the window, like right next to my bunk. It was like disgusting. So I killed like 500 ladybugs, and I got mono like the next week.
Oh my god!
So I blamed it on the bad luck of killing ladybugs.
Oh man, nasty.
I can't. Okay, there we go. I think I fixed it. Nope.
Yeah, mosquitoes I'm fine. Most bugs I'm fine with. I don't want to kill spiders. I bring them and put them in the plant.
Oh, do you?
I have a fig tree. I'll throw them on the fig tree.
Oh, okay. They'll keep it clean from all the other bugs that want to eat it up.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing tonight? I guess I'm in biggin for no reason at all.
Jordan with the Rodney Dangerfield ladybugs reference. That's a deep cut.
This is how you know
those Asian beetles, right? They look like the same thing, but they stink, man.
Hang on.
How are we looking on our Ziploc giveaway? Yep.
We can hear you, Trevor.
Can you hear me?
Us?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, you can hear me?
Yep. Yes.
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Something's wrong. Something's wrong.
Say something.
Something.
Red, leather, yellow.
Can you hear us?
Testing.
Okay, really, what's going on? All right. I think something was hitting my command key, and all I could get was like drop down lists, and I went to
one of the Poxxus head-legged things fell in the keys and jammed in it.
Yeah, something. I don't know.
Or a broken dagger piece.
Ridiculous. I got a heat gun like crossing my path here. It's insane. This is way too fiddly a wave to be doing this on a small table. All right, Ziploc. We got 77 people in here. I'm going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is for an Azahazar, in case you don't understand the obvious hashtag. Right? Come on, blue, yellow, Ziploc.
Yellow and blue makes green.
There you go. All right, let's hit this. Boom. Who's it gonna be? Oh, Thomas! Congrats, right. Thomas. Nice, buddy.
Which was one of the most recent ones.
Was that really?
Not the last one, but maybe the most. Okay. Maybe the 8th most recent.
Thomas.
One.
I think I'm not sure if he's back in back in the States or not, but if so,
yeah, because I'm not mailing it to France. So
right.
When you're back.
And Rob wants to know if you'll sing us a little ditty, Trevor.
I absolutely will. I absolutely will not. No. No.
You got to tune into
like, listen. If somebody wants to go to bring a karaoke machine or something to Legions Con, like
that actually would be a riot, I think.
Probably get me drinking, and you could probably get me to sing something.
We're fucking doing that then, just for that reason alone.
That would be fun. All right, congrats, Thomas. Let me see if I can get my camera back on here just for the last little bit of this unboxing. There we go. And I'm sorry we couldn't get to everything tonight. We are running late. It's 10:42. I know everybody's.
What else is there? We got a bunch last week.
We got the horse. Yeah, the only thing I didn't open was, and I know. Oh Jesus, there's way too much stuff here, man. I didn't get to him.
Oh yeah.
I've seen a lot of people opening him, so we'll let Nate open that on his. You can hold that for the last.
We're actually going to do
yeah, hell yeah, man.
Larry and I were talking about going back to doing a feature figure. So what we used to do is every week we would have news, and then we would have the feature figure. We'd have the figure of the week, and we would sort of review it together on the podcast. This was kind of predates the live streams, really. But we're talking about going back to that, and Larry ordered, I think he ordered, somebody offered to sell him one. So Arachagor is probably gonna be the first one we do that with. Oh, and we're hoping to have a special guest come on for that episode. I'll leave it to be a surprise, but
there you go.
Yeah, like that might be our next one. A week from Thursday. That may be our next one, depending on the timing of when everybody gets their stuff. So
nice. Cool. There you go. So you'll get it anyway. You just won't get it.
So Trevor, I have mine different. That's interesting.
How do you have yours?
I have mine
opposite
diamond. Like instead of the square, it's the diamond. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah, I suppose you could like put those two things. Oh, that might work. Actually, you know what? I think it is supposed to be in a diamond shape. So I think you just, it's the same thing. You just put those two shapes. They can fit in there either way. Probably works better with the diamond because then it kind of locks it in place, I think, a little bit better. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they go.
It's sort of.
That antenna fell off again, man. I'm going to have to glue that. It's a bitch. All right. Yeah, that looks much better.
At least it's not, it didn't break. It just unglued.
Yeah, but it keeps. It's gonna disappear.
Take all those out and make a bald Poxxus, like then it'd be sort of like
give like little studs, like Darth Maul studs.
There you go.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd actually be pretty sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to glue this in, man.
One thing about this wave, there's a lot of beard. There's a lot of beard getting in.
There is a lot of beard
in this
wave.
It does give good beard.
But it's nice and flexible, though. It's different, I mean, like, I have a lot of third-party dwarf beards, and they're great, but because of the resin, you just can't. There's no moving them, There's no putting the heads down all that much. But here, at least you can flex it to some degree. Probably heat it up if you wanted to. But yeah, the detail on this thing is amazing. What?
Big Dub's already calling out "Touch Myself" in the queue for karaoke. All right.
When I think about you, I touch myself.
Yeah, I think so.
That's right in line. I mean, right? We'll squeeze it. Isn't there a squeeze it song? There's no squeeze it song.
Loving, touching, squeezing.
Squeeze it. Loving, touching, squeezing. There you go. That's your song, man. That's what you got to do. Yeah, what's your overall impression of this thing? Like, all right, well, like one more thing before let's go back to what we were going to talk about, because we did say we were going to talk about this. What do you think about the great beast now? Do you think that's something that we're going to see this year? Do you think we're going to get like the Odysseus and a new 2.0 Xylona? Xylona's in the D category, so like, hopefully we get a new one.
Yeah,
I think we'd possibly see a 2.0 Aetheron too, because they've talked about
a good possibility. I can see that
not really having those molds anymore. So
right, those are gone.
And I wonder if they would ever do the two main original gods, Helios and Selene, in some fashion. That'd be amazing. I think.
I don't know about that. I mean,
if they're saying this is going to be a big year, that would be pretty damn big to come out with something like that. I don't know how.
Are they even still part of the story? Like, have they? Like, I know they were in the comic, but like, how much more mention of them has there been in
other than just the origin? Yeah, I mean that's a good point. That
I think those gotta. I mean, to me, I would have those remain as sort of ethereal, God creator, not physical beings on. Yeah, they're not physical. Yeah. They're corporeal, corporeal in some other realm, but like they're not. They wouldn't come to Earth unless that was their whatever mythos. But yeah, I mean, what do you think about Xylona being like a larger figure though? Like, do you think all these things should be like? I mean, if you get a Leodysseus, is Leodysseus going to be a human form, like ogre scale lion or brute scale lion?
Here's how you do Xylona bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here's how you do Xylona bigger. You start with the new 1.0 female buck, and you make some longer legs. Somehow, like elongate some portion of that figure, but typically, like you can use some of that 1.0 female buck to kind of start as a base, and then build off of that with some maybe some like lankier parts,
longer limbs.
Something like that to make sure you're not just ground up starting a new buck, but like
I want to see more animal legs, like on her. You know what I mean, like. Looking a little more deer-like, because they really weren't on that figure. You know what I mean? A little more animalistic. Although she has to have some sort of, I mean, you're holding a bow. You can't have hooves on your hands. So it's going to be interesting. I'd like to see. We're talking about that on the ranking, and it's like, they were saying like, well, how would you do that? Because you've already got a figure of her, and how do you describe that? But I mean, they kind of did that with Artemis, you know what I mean? There's some differences between those figures in terms of looks. Her eyes are green on one, her eyes have pupils on another one, and it's just kind of an evolution. So I would not mind at all, especially Xylona is something that a lot of people don't have. If we just kind of reimagined the gods, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
yeah, as far as any brand new factions,
gods.
I was contemplating some northern factions. I mean, we're getting Vikings in the form of, the skeleton,
like this,
a little bit of or any of they've sort of hinted around that perhaps we might getting some C type factions. They say there's a lot of water surrounding Mythos.
Seafaring,
seafaring. Yeah, I don't know about
seafaring, or
I mean, would that be aquatic creatures or
they might do both.
Pirates, or
maybe there's two factions on the ocean. Maybe there's like a sub-aquatic and then a seafaring sailors that fight each other.
Could see that.
Or united. Maybe that's who comes in and kind of helps save the day if they're getting overwhelmed by the Dark Four or something like that, and they need somebody to come from. Werewolves. I mean, Eric's already said there's werewolves, so probably going to be werewolves. I
don't think looking at it as a race, like there's a werewolf faction, because all of these factions have a lot of different races of characters. So like maybe there is a faction that has werewolves that is going to be a new faction, but it'll have maybe other shifters of different kinds, or I don't know, like something along those lines. Rather,
yeah.
than
Well,
just
there's
like
shapeshifters, right? I mean, Sir Gerard, so maybe it is more of a shapeshifting subgroup. It's not even like they're like a loosely associated subgroup or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like like you said, they're more independent, but they found each other somehow. If you watch Critical Role, there's a character who's well, I don't want to spoil anything, but there is a lycanthrope in one of those campaigns, and he does kind of find some other characters who are like that. So
yeah, if we don't see a
there.
werewolf in Mythos, although like you just said, he said they are in Mythos, I could see that being some sort of a figura obscura, perhaps, character.
Yeah,
they're taking a werewolf to do that. Maybe.
Xylona, Joe, somebody else said this too. Juan, I think, said Xylona should be a female centaur. I could totally see that, man. I'd be down with that for sure.
That would be really
be
cool.
really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'd much more like to see them as beasts. They're the great beasts. I'd like to see them as beasts and not just human, forms with a head of an animal, basically.
I agree.
And Basilia, feathered serpent, like the Quetzalcoatl. Yep, for sure. That'd be cool.
That'd be amazing.
And then Brick says the great beast ought to be big. No, yep, like some of these third-party World of Warcraft orcs, or that Illidan or the Azure Lion. Yep,
yeah, they should definitely be ogre scale, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know if I'd want to see like Leodicius be a lion, or maybe that's more of a standing, lion with more like lion-like legs and stuff like that, but more of a human form. I'm not sure. I mean, if Xylona is a centaur, she's going to have a torso, and she'll have hands to hold a bow. You know what I mean? So she'll be part human, part deer.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see where I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do with Basilia at that point, though. I mean, I don't know. I guess like more like
that one's very abstract.
Would that be more like, I don't know, let me take a look at that logo again. Would that be more like a half snake type?
Yeah, I mean,
no, but like a Medusa type of thing, like a human torso on a snake body,
serpent looking. Yeah.
That could be kind of cool, but winged. I mean, that'd be kind of cool, like a human torso, big feathered wings, snake body.
That'd be freaking awesome.
Be pretty cool. And then what do we got left? We got Aetheron, which can just be Aetheron, and that like just a bigger version of him. I think I can see like a brute scale Aetheron or something like that. Would be cool. Yeah.
Awesome. As far as Leodicius, I forget I mean, there's the Fury planet. They're making the one, and who's the other one that's
Gorgon.
making that?
Thank you, Curtis. Yep.
Those two big lions right now. The Fury planet one, and the other, I forget that party.
The Azure Lion. Yeah.
So I could see, somewhere along those lines, perhaps.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
By the way, I just wanted to show how the brute scale fits on a horse, and it looks pretty darn good.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
That looks good.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I mean, it looks like that horse is going to be hurting, but it works.
Yeah, I mean,
I like it.
It doesn't look like.
Doesn't look out of place, really.
You see like large humans riding small horses all the time, and
it
seems to
like Drago in Game of Thrones, or what?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Oh, I got to show you guys something. Hang on a second. Keep talking.
We rewatched Dune the other night. Speaking of,
oh, did you?
That actor, I forget his name right now, but
yeah, I got it because that's coming out soon, so I'm ready for another watch prior to go seeing it.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa.
Momoa.
Yeah. He was just in that commercial yesterday too. The commercials were awful.
They haven't been good for years. I know.
We watched the thing where like it was like the best commercials from the Super Bowl before the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
man, there was some really funny commercials.
Oh, there's been amazing ones.
What's the ex-football player's name? Terry. God.
Bradshaw?
No, from the 80s or 90s. It was an old commercial, and they brought in him They brought him in to be like to help around the office with things.
Oh, Terry
he'd just
Tate,
go,
office
Terry Tate.
linebacker. Yeah.
Terry Tate.
Oh,
Yeah.
Terry Tate, and he's just taking people out like.
Yeah,
You need a cover on that TPC report, Jim.
that the director who did those, that was his first big thing. Ross and Thurber is his name, and he went on to do like Red Notice and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've worked with him a couple times. He's a neat guy, really fun guy.
The best.
I gotta say,
right
seeing Carl Weathers in those ads, I got a little teared up there.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. Yeah, I can't believe what's his name whiffed the kick again too. 2 years in a row. I think that's live though. I think that's Gronk. I think that's actually like real too. I think he's up there and he's kicking it. I got some Max Bird stuff in yesterday. Look how cool this looks.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
That is
wild.
Let me tell you, man, that is a cool.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Right? It's a whole length, like a full length jacket with the buckles. I haven't seen
that.
Like that.
That is rad.
It's sick, man. It's really good. And there's other parts.
Talk about metal, man.
What's going on with these pauldrons over here?
Yeah, they're new pauldrons. It comes with the pauldrons.
No way.
Yeah.
Did you got that from Max?
I mean, they're pretty rigid because they're resin, obviously, but they're nice, man. They're really, really nice.
Are they Batwing?
Yeah, I think they're like
okay.
Yeah, sorry, the light is terrible here. I should put it on the other camera. Hang on a second. Let me bring this up.
Those are cool.
There we go.
Oh,
that's sick.
I think I'm gonna weather them up. You know, like put a little dry brushing of metallic on there or something. But yeah, it's a cool ass look.
That's badass.
It just elevates this character.
Yeah,
a lot more than it was. Like I liked him, and I liked him with the wings and stuff. But man, I really like this. So yeah, Max Bird,
super cool.
Max Bird is making removable helmets for skeletons that look really cool. Oh, I didn't see those. That's cool. I like that. No, they're doing some great stuff. Yeah, the
I gotta look at this McFarlane thing.
What's that?
McFarlane posted Alicia Keys as Spawn from the halftime show.
If you find that, bring that on. Yeah, the best commercials now are on on like Facebook and stuff. There's a duo, a brother. You might know who they are, Nate. Two brothers, I think, and they do all these commercials for like underwear companies, and what was the other one they did with like the Hansel and Gretel type thing? Crazy, but they get some great young, funny, good comedic timing actors. And like I sit there, I don't watch any, you flick by commercials, right? You don't look at anything. I watch almost all these. they're really good.
It does sound
really
familiar.
funny.
Yeah, I'll have to look them up.
But I think they do like 90% of those commercials, or people are like definitely taking off on their work and stuff. But yep. All right. What do you say? I think that's a show. It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, Billy Beige is here. Let's sign off.
Bye. No, go check out Billy's got his reviews up too.
Awesome box review, by the way. Yeah.
Yes, that was great. That was very good. Thrace Wraith Caller. All you know is Wraith Hailer. He calls it Wraith Caller throughout. I keep saying Hailer. No, but it was good.
That's
it was
the
a good
same
review, though.
thing. You hail someone, you hail a cab, you call a cab, right?
There you go.
You hail a wraith, you call a wraith.
I guess. I feel like she's got him on speed dial though. She's a Wraith Caller. She's just like, it's not Wraith Texter, I suppose, is worse. But there was no ad for Apple's Visions Pro. That's shocking. That actually was pretty shocking.
They don't need one.
Yeah, right.
They kind of don't. But they are trying to sell a 4,000 thing.
Influencers with them and everything else. Yeah. That thing's nuts. Scary.
Billy's working on the rest right now, so go check out Billy Beige Customs. Billy reviews.
Calvin's Calavian.
Calvin's Calavian. Nice. Good. Oh, okay. I'm ignoring Curtis. All right. What else we got coming up? Anything? Anybody got anything to plug or talk about? Or Bill, you're working on your next reviews tomorrow for your day off?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm going to be doing the Elkhorn figure from D&D. It's going to be like a quick review. It's just something I'm trying to squeeze in between, and then I'm going to get into Poxxus next. Of course, tomorrow I have Nolan Lariosa.
Yeah,
Nolan
go check that
collects
out.
on the Toy Tubers, so tune into that.
Can't wait.
It's a good one.
Awesome.
That'd be cool. Yeah, and stay tuned for some announcements about our next show. Just trying to confirm that everybody can make it. So I don't want to say anything yet, but should be a very good one. So look for that soon. It will be announced earlier than I usually announce these things, which is like the day of. So
cool. And I think
try and get better at that.
Yeah. So the in stock falls in between then and our next show, right? So we can we'll be chatting about that, I'm sure.
ZoloCon and the in stock will be happening all that same week. Oh, good. Curtis can make it. Excellent. That's great.
Wonderful.
Wait, who invited Curtis? No,
I didn't.
We invited Curtis. Okay. All right. Hey, thank you all for the super chats. Congrats to the people who won the giveaways tonight. Thank you all for sticking around with us. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. What do you want to see for the Great Beasts? You want to see, human, like regular sized humans? What do you tell us what you think. What we're going to see for in terms
Factions.
of waves, factions. What do you want? Leave us a comment for sure. All right, kids. I think that's it. That's a show. We will see you in 2 weeks with a very good one. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for Bill for pre-opening stuff that I didn't have to open, which is good because there's no more room here. All right. I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Good night. Have a great week. Bye.
Cheers, y'all.